City vs Country Origin was an annual Australian Rugby League football match that took place in New South Wales between city and country representative sides. The city side represented the Sydney metropolitan area, while technically it was Sydney versus the rest of NSW. Players from the Central Coast, such as Matt Orford and Mark O'Mealy, often represented City, but other players from the Central Coast, such as Chris Hyington, represented Country. The countryside represented the rest of New South Wales. The concept of an annual clash between a city and country team originally started in 1911, with a metropolitan side taking on the country team. The first match officially took place on the 10th of June, 1911, with City taking the victory 29-8. Citation needed. It would take another 17 years before an annual clash between an official city and country side was agreed upon during the 1928 season. Citation needed. Both sides were originally made up of the best players playing in the Country Rugby League of New South Wales and the Sydney-based NSWIL Premiership. However, the increasing drain of players from rural areas to the NSWIL clubs led to the city side becoming increasingly dominant and the country side uncompetitive. 2. The Origin rule, 4-player qualification, being introduced in 1987, so players in NSWIL clubs originally from outside Sydney became eligible to represent country. Citation needed. The players who represented the city and country sides came from the National Rugby League competition in Australia. The match was played before the State of Origin series and was often referred to as a selection trial for the New South Wales Blues team. On the 21st of November, 2016, the NRL announced that the City v Country annual match would be scrapped, with the 2017 match to be the final edition. 3. On the 29th of April, 2021, the NSWIL announced the return of an expanded City vs Country representative round, featuring under-16s, under-18s and open-age men's games, open-age women's games, and wheelchair and physical disability games. 4. On the 15th of May, 2021, the under-age men's games and the women's game were played at Bankwest Stadium in Parramatta, while the wheelchair game was played at Shell Harbour, NSW. On the 16th of May, 2021, the physical disability and the men's game were played at Collegian Sports Complex in Fig Tree, NSW. The City vs Country came back in 2020.